Happy to be joined this morning by meteorologist Nicole Hartford in for Chesley, who is enjoying another day off. And as we look ahead to this week, we are all just hoping and praying for this rain. We got a little bit over the weekend, not enough.
Some spots luckier than others. I think our official rainfall total from the Atlanta airport, which is our official, gauge for the city of Atlanta, was something like a couple hundredths of an inch or a tenth of an inch. So it really wasn't measurable in many spots. Some were luckier than others. We had rain totals of an inch, inch and a half for some, but that just was not the case. And while this upcoming rain event into tomorrow and Wednesday will certainly boast likely higher rain totals and also more widespread rain totals, it probably won't do a whole lot for us when it comes to the fire danger or the drought monitor. Right now, we've got a little bit of a wedge pattern setting up. For those of you familiar with the wedge, you already know what it's doing. But for those of you that aren't, it's when high pressure sets up towards the northeast. It traps cooler air across the Appalachian Mountains, results in more cloud cover, as well as a pretty distinct temperature gradient when you go across the North Georgia area. So temperatures as you get closer to the Appalachian Mountains are going to be a little bit cooler in the northeastern corner of the state, and then down towards the southwest it'll be a little bit milder and a little bit clearer throughout the day today. So highs are still going to be really comfortable. We'll get up into the upper 70s. It's just not going to be quite as hot as where we were yesterday. Here's our incoming cold front that's going to move through by the end of this week. Ahead of that cold front, we'll be pushing in a few rounds of rainfall. So this is going to be the source of our rain potential the next couple of days. It's led to widespread rain through portions of Kansas and Missouri over the course of the last few hours. There have been a number of severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings associated with this, and it is going to push additional rounds of storms through those areas during the day today. But they will head our way into late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So we'll be tracking two distinct rounds. The first arrives early tomorrow. The second comes in late tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning, and this one looks to be possibly the most robust. Now, when we're talking rain totals, I'm thinking anywhere from widespread totals, half inch to about an inch and a half. That said, there will be some spots that pick up 2 inches of rain accumulation from this. There will be others that don't even see that full half inch. So it's going to be a wide variation in totals. And like I said, unfortunately, while yes, this is very beneficial rainfall and we'll take anything we can get, we need a lot of rain to really see any improvement to the drought monitor or the fire danger. This may, in the immediate future, limit our fire danger here across far north Georgia, but notice those rain totals down into South Georgia where the wildfires have still been raging are very, very low. So this is not going to be barely anything for them. Our severe weather threat across the Midwest is going to be the highest with this. We'll hang on to a risk for some stronger to severe storms, especially late Tuesday night into early Wednesday as those move through. We're talking mostly the potential for some gusty winds, so we'll be watching those really closely. These will be some somewhat more organized clusters of showers and storms, so we should have a pretty good idea as they approach what we're looking at as far as that severe weather threat is concerned. Our forecast track is really quiet through the day today, mix of sun and clouds, beautiful. First round of rain arrives early tomorrow. We're talking pre-sunrise in the northwestern corner of the state, but because of the timing of this with the rain arriving into the early morning hours, notice how those storms just kind of fall apart as they pass the I-85 corridor. So this is where we're going to introduce that big difference in rain totals, with higher totals up towards the northwest and lower down towards the southeast. So this will be just a couple isolated showers for many spots down into portions of kind of central Georgia. Our forecast track clears that out, so most of the day tomorrow is actually going to be dry, and then that second round of rainfall arrives late Tuesday night into early Wednesday, and this one looks even more robust. So the cold front will be a little bit closer by that time, so the storms have a better likelihood of holding together. This is when we'll also introduce a little bit more of that threat when it comes to some strong winds and more widespread rainfall. It's a really similar timeline to the storms for tomorrow, so we'll clear out the storms and the showers, and most of the day will actually end up being dry on Wednesday, even though we have those 50 to 70% rain chances. Behind that, we'll kind of dry out for the end of the week, so after those two opportunities, it looks to be mostly over, at least for Thursday and Friday, and temperatures are going to be a lot cooler, so we'll get down to highs only in the 60s and low 70s, and then overnight low temperatures in the 50s and even the 40s, so it'll feel a lot more spring-like, a lot less summer-like come next weekend.
Okay, so if that forecast holds, I think we will end April, which, by the way, it's going to be May 1st on Friday. We end April with like 5 days of rain this whole month.
Yeah, I mean, even less than that. If we get rain Tuesday and Wednesday, I think we'd have four total days where we picked up any rain.
Incredible. Hoping for a better May.
Yeah.
All right, Nicole, thanks.